Check, check, check.
What's good, brother?
My guy. No technical issues. First 6 seconds. All right. All right.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed. It's still early. Still early.
Yes,
Early.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, bottom of the sixth early. Bottom of the sixth early. You know what I mean? We need this. We need this bad.
How they doing?
We down right now, you know what I mean? But hey, we've been down before. We've been down before. I mean, similar territories. We'll see how it goes.
Oh man, so I guess the rookie ain't do too good.
I mean, you know, it's only 2-1. You know what I mean? We let 2 runs go early, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but hey man, we got time. You know what I'm saying? We got time. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday.
All right. I'm just putting something on the platforms. Shout out to everybody joining from all the different platforms. We appreciate you. All right. Oh man. This stuff off of here. Make myself comfortable. I got that up. All right, I'm as situated as I'm gonna get. All right. Make sure I got everything here. All right, bet. All right, man. Shout out to everybody joining from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG. We appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Wednesdays, FCP Live Wednesdays, man. I am Senor Lee, and this is my man Ken Kapnick.
Inside on a Wednesday.
Yes. And each and every week on Wednesday nights, man, we are here talk about what's going on in the world, hot topics, bring you our opinions as dads, black men, professionals, all that good stuff in this world. And a lot has been happening over the last couple of days, man. We got Diddy sentencing, we got Kyron Lacey, who is innocent. Looks like Versus is making a comeback. Stimulus checks might be on the way. Unemployment going up.
Are we in women's business this week? We in women's business a little bit? Just a splash. Just a splash a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit of women's business, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's not our territory, but we'll see how it goes.
Right. Cool. So other than that, man, like we always love to start this show. Well, number one, if you're on any of the websites or any of the platforms, make sure you follow us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube or any of those channels, man. But we always like to start off the show with very simple question, man. How you doing, my brother?
Maintaining at bare minimum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Similar to you, I was had single dad vibes for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Still going through it. You know what I'm saying? But wife on a business trip, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean, it's just us. It's no, I'm going to the boss. I didn't like that answer. Say, nah, B. I said no.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But they texting her on the side, so getting what they need. But outside of that, man, week went smooth, man. Drop offs, pickups, making it work, man. How about you? How's your week going?
It's going good, man. Wifey just actually got back, you know what I'm saying? Was able to pick her up from the airport. So, you know what I mean? But, you know, single dad vibes was cool. You know, shit, when you got a teenager, man, they pretty much take care of themselves. So it's smooth.
Man, self-sufficient.
You know
I'm only really watching one. You know what I'm saying? But man, self-sufficient when they get that old.
Yeah, but you know, she left everything behind pretty much. It was just don't fuck it up. So we didn't
fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. She's like, listen, I'm leaving the gas on. Just don't touch the stoves. Like, say less. Yeah. It's like, I got you. You say you picked up from the airport though, right?
Yeah.
I got a question, man. Listen, whenever I get the call for yo, Scooby from the airport, what's your rule of thumb? Because like we got three of us over here in New York. You know what I'm saying? We always got to pick and choose which one we got to go to. But when do you actually leave? As far as when they land, like what's your time like? Do you wait till like yo, you have your luggage in your hand? All right, I'm on the way. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when's your I'm out now phase when you hit it and get the call?
It all depends. Like if she, let's say she's just going to like another state. Um, Honestly, usually if when they land, that's usually probably like a 10-15 minute trip from getting off the plane to baggage claim if she even checked the bag to get to
Mm-mm,
the exit. Now if she goes to another country, granted she's got that whole global entry thing, but you probably add another 5-10 minutes on there just to go through customs,
mm-hmm.
but still more of a fast track with the global entry. So yeah, that's usually how I rock with it.
Yeah, my rule. I got two questions on the rule of thumb. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not leaving my house until I know the plane has hit the ground. It's like you're not circling or nothing. I know y'all ain't get off yet, but you're on the ground, right? All right, cool.
Mm.
Pause out. Now I mean, time to hit 80. Then the other question is, you got to check in or not. If you got to check in, man, I don't know. You might have to call me when your bag's in hand, man, because it could be quick. Some days, like, yo, my luggage is in here. I'm like, that's crazy. Neither am I. Like, call me when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a plan. You know what I'm saying? But all right, airport,
Well, no,
airport.
I mean with JFK at least, there's a lot of like you could sit on the side on the highway. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it was
Mm,
just double park on the highway. There's
okay.
enough space for you to just kind of wait there. So that's what I did. Like same thing. Like soon, like let me know when you pass customs, and then I just slide through and pick you up. It's
Mhm.
LaGuardia that you got to worry about because I believe LaGuardia you got to actually take an air train to where the cars pick you up. So that one takes a little longer.
Fact. That's a fact. I mean, gotta know your airports, man. Everybody ain't the same. All
That's a fact. That's a
right,
fact.
but what's going on this month, man? Any awarenesses and acknowledgments we got to get to?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. First and foremost, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Mm,
Definitely, the goal is to highlight any of the organizations out there that dedicate time, funding, and research to making more, and bringing awareness to the cause. Definitely working for a health system. This is at the top of a lot of the things that we do. And then there's also National Disability Employment Awareness Month, really just to highlight the initiatives to make sure there's equal opportunity for people who are living with disabilities to gain employment in pretty much any industry that supports their skill set.
mhm.
So definitely sending signs of encouragement and strength to those who may be within any of these communities. It's definitely a month for awareness and definitely for trying to get involved if you have the time.
What's up, man? Shouts to the FCP. I always learn a new one every week. Like breast cancer, you already have it. Operation Fuck Cancer Forever, but you swim me for a loop for this disability one. I did not know, bro. You appreciate it. You
Yeah, man.
appreciate it.
Yeah. And then the healthcare organization I'm a part of, Healthcare Leaders of New York, they had a nice little regional mixer last night in the city to recognize Hispanic Heritage Month. So they started off with like some light hors d'oeuvres, some drinks. It was good to connect with people. I reconnected with a guy I used to work with when I first started being a reimbursement analyst back in like 2016, 2017.
Oh,
He's over at another organization now, and it was cool for us to catch up to talk about what we both been through over the last 8 years.
mm.
And then I saw, of course, some other people that I know, and then they had a salsa instructor, so that was always good. Like I'm still out here trying to
Hey,
get these free
that's what the mix.
lessons.
That's what the mix is for, baby. That's what the mix
Yeah.
is for. That sounds like it was a vibe, though. How was the music though?
Oh, great.
Nah, I mean, I
Shoot.
was making sure, just making sure. I know you said Spanish
Yeah.
Heritage Month. It's like Bad Bunny on the way soon too. Just making sure. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was playing all the salsa hits, merengue, bachata. He like it was on point, man. I had a good time, but I had to get out of there early because these work days are getting tougher and tougher, bro.
Oh man, don't even get me started on the work days. I come here to clock out. I come here to clock out, my man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh man.
Oh man. So it is October 8th, and for anybody who has a kid getting ready for high school, it's that time of the year for open enrollment for high schools. I had to sit in
Mhm.
on a session today, and granted, it was a really good session. It was informative. Answered a lot of my questions, gave a lot of really good detail. It was cool to see how they had like the different languages, the sign language,
Mm.
sign language, everything in place. But it's going to be interesting now because I I know for a fact my parents didn't have to go through what I'm about to have to go through,
Uh-oh.
like the assessments, auditions, all this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, like he's going to school. He's not auditioning for a play. Like, what is this?
Yeah, but what's his vertical? It's like, man, what are we testing?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I took some notes. I did the screenshots. So yeah, when I get some time this weekend, I'm gonna kind of sit down and he's still figuring out what he really wants to do. So this
Mhm.
is gonna be an interesting experience to kind of sit down with him and be like, bruh, you got to make a decision about your rest of your life right now.
He said the whole thing? The whole thing. No pressure, my boy. No pressure.
In fact,
Uh, does he have a top five, at least to narrow it down, or he's just in the water with it?
he ain't even got a strong possible, bro.
Okay, zero book. Six possibles, no books, no doubt. Mad Jacks and Queens. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, they might go. They might. I don't know. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
man. Yeah. So
Oh, man.
unless some dinosaurs pop up on a random island, I don't know. I don't know what my boy gonna do.
I mean, listen, with the dinosaur tip, hey man, he always can create a game. Put dinosaurs. He gonna have to involve dinosaurs in another landscape. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Earth one is over, so he gonna have to. He's like, he'll figure it out. He's a smart kid. He'll figure it out.
That's
Oh man. Quick recap though. I don't know. Quick sidestep. Back in May, you remember out in New Orleans? There was like maybe 10 inmates that all broke out and they all kind of spread all over New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It was down to 5, then it was down to 4, and then the last 3 was straggling for like a good couple weeks. Then there was the one dude, man, Derek. You know what I mean? Derek was out. Derek was outside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was from me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today, unfortunately, caught up on him, man. I wasn't sure if that was him. I said, yeah, that's him. Yeah, they got him. It said it was a peaceful surrender. You know what I'm saying? But he did survive 145 days on a run. You know what I mean? I would say free him, but I didn't know what he did. So he probably got you for a reason outside of the escape in the first place. But hey, man, this is just a lesson that hey, you can run, but you can't run from the law or taxes. You know what I'm saying? They always gonna try to get you for that shit. So be careful. Yeah, man, they got him all. The treacherous tenor back in jail.
They had to get that get back, man. They could not be the prison that let that happen. Like crazy, like whatever committee convention that they have, they'd have been the joke of every single one. Like, oh, y'all from that fucking prison that let them niggas escape, right? Like, nah,
we got an eye on y'all. We got an eye on y'all.
That's a fact. All right, man. So moving things along, man. You know, one of my favorite segments, man. I am not a doctor. I just play one here on FCP, y'all. And in this particular segment here, we're going to be focusing in on Kings County Hospital here in Brooklyn. They actually got a $8 million expansion amid ED overcrowding. So
long time coming, my man. Long time coming. You've been preaching this into the choir for a good couple shows, bro. Hard work has paid off.
Telling you, man. And listen, anybody who's a fan of the show, to Kenny's point, knows that we've been talking about healthcare and healthcare systems within Brooklyn being underfunded, some of them being closed, and people having nowhere to go. We've been talking about downstate and their plan to restructure, but of course, they're going to be downsizing in order to stay open. So the city council is funding an $8 million upgrade to Kings County Hospital's emergency room and primary care clinic as the medical center doubles down on efforts to ease overcrowding. The council allocated $5 million to build 2 additional emergency room trauma bays at the East Flatbush Hospital and an additional $3 million to upgrade its ambulatory care facility. Speaker Adrian Adams and Councilwoman Rita Joseph, who represent East Flatbush, announced Wednesday Health and Hospitals Executive Plan to use the funds to upgrade the physical infrastructure of the 624-bed hospital and invest in new equipment. Just one last thing, the grant is a part of an effort to invest in healthcare facilities in low-income communities, including Central Brooklyn, Adams said, as medical centers have deteriorated in recent years due to funding challenges. And this is credit to Crane's Health Pulse. Um, listen, nothing new to anybody who resides in East Flatbush. Kings County is one of the best, if not the top trauma hospital, I would say, in New York City. But overcrowding, funding has been an issue.
Now, listen, man, this looks awesome on paper, right? Council approving shit, 8 milli. Few key buzzwords that kind of struck me as nervousness. Brooklyn, right? That's one. That's the first one. Second one, 8 million. Good number. Should be a good start to get everything that they need as far as being able to keep up with the capacity of the neighborhood and the neighboring township. But you mentioned Adams, as in Mayor Adams, as in on the way out the way out the door, Adams.
Oh no.
Okay, I was like, bro, is somebody else counting the funds? Because not that he's doing anything, but Nino Brown, he looked like he has a hand in a pot or two. So I just want to make sure, what I'm saying, we're not 8 shows up if 8 was promised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know the turnaround time on this kind of construction is going to be sometime, but hopefully they can get everything up and running before 2028, 2029, the latest. But we'll see, man. So it's going to be some red tape around there. But kudos, man. Shout out to Kings County.
Yeah, this is actually Speaker Adrian Adams. So okay. not the Nino we know.
Hey, you know how I go.
So just one last thing on this. Kings County Hospital is one of the most crowded facilities within the public health system. A Health and Hospitals President Mitchell Katz said during testimony to City Council last year, as Brooklyn hospitals have either closed down or reduced services within the last decade, an increasing number of patients have sought care from the public hospital's emergency room instead. So just to paint a clearer picture for you, because of all of these different health systems closing down, like I mentioned earlier, people don't have their normal site of care to go to. So they have to go to the emergency room. What does this mean? Longer wait times, higher probability of probably not being able to see the doctor because of those wait times. And then, of course, with the overcrowding now, you have people pretty much on top of each other. And then, not to mention, there's a higher cost when you go into the emergency room. So all of these things tend to impact patients negatively. They also mentioned some stats here. Emergency visits skyrocketed by nearly 50% in recent years. There were more than 125,000 visits in 2024, up from 84,000 in 2021. Overcrowding has led to long wait times. The median emergency room wait time at Kings County Hospital is 272 minutes, higher than the statewide median of 229 minutes. And this is from federal data that was shown.
I'm sorry, did you say 4.5 hours is the average wait time? I was like, wait, divide that by 6 carried on 1. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, brother.
Jeez, 4.5 hours. Like, yeah. Not that urgent cares any faster, but I gotta be quicker than 4.5 hours, my man. All right. Well, hey, man. Shouts to 8 milli. Hopefully it works out in the best, and we get these new doors open soon.
That's a fact. Anything before we move to politics and business?
No, it's wrong.
All right, man. New York State, some interesting news I saw today. New York State has increased the unemployment benefits from $504 to $869 a week effective October 2025. It seems that this is due to the governor and New York State legislator paid off a trust fund loan in fiscal year 2026 budget, bringing the fund to solvency, increasing benefits for unemployed New Yorkers and cutting costs for businesses. Now, in Kathy Hochul's actual address, you hear her focus on our new administration and how they have been attacking pretty much the low income to middle income families and how they can barely survive, especially with layoffs and unemployment being at an all-time high. She was just really ecstatic to be able to provide this for New Yorkers.
If you are already on unemployment, are you grandfathered in, or these are just new employment people going on from October 25?
I'll tell you one thing, I'd be looking for the increase.
All right, I hope so.
Increase
I
is
would
an
hope, you know what I
increase,
mean?
baby.
I'll be like, yo, I'm talking to the old job, like, yo, I know y'all fired me on like September 15th, but could y'all like change the date? Like, I won't come back. Just can you just change the date for me?
Mhm.
Please. It's a stipulation that I need. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of money on the way, if you are employed, so, you know what I'm saying, Earn Your Leisure dropped some math for us that was pretty interesting. Trump proposes a new $2,000 stimulus check funded by the tariffs revenue. I wonder when this should be hitting the old bank account. What's the news on this? You heard anything more about this one?
No, it was really just passing by, and I was like, let me bring it to the table. See if maybe somebody tuning into the show has been really paying attention to it. I mean, listen, if he's able to spin all of the back and forth with tariffs into money in people's pockets, people are gonna love that. And I think at this point, with what's happening with unemployment, anything that you can do to fuel the economy would help. I'll look for more details, but it was definitely interesting to see it.
Interesting. Now I got to do my research on that one. All right. See the fish.
Yes, sir. But then in more business news, man, a good old staple of the neighborhood, Rite Aid, closed its final stores.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Love Rite Aid.
Um,
I get my photos.
Yeah, I remember that. Rite Aid has been a staple in this neighborhood. Well, was a staple in this neighborhood for a long time. I remember probably around 10 years ago when it slowly started to fade out. And then one day you just saw the place empty around here in East Flatbush. They started closing, a lot of stores, and then eventually they wound down to like the last couple that they had. I know they had several lawsuits. One of the biggest ones were I believe an opioid settlement that they had. It was an issue with prescriptions, and them just not following the right procedures when issuing those prescriptions for opioids, and they never really recovered after that. So yeah, man, another one bites the dust.
Oh, hell of a run, though. Hell of a run. I tell you that for sure. I wonder. I want to speak to Walgreens. Say, yo, man, just come to death row, man. Just buy us out, man. Come on. Like, I mean, we could be your little brother, man. Come on. We got pharmacies.
Anything before we move to the next one?
Nah, man. Let's go.
All right, man. So I found this interesting video scanning through the internet. And before I get into it, we're gonna play it and we're gonna get into this conversation, man. The importance of access.
Black people are better at sports, or black people are better at basketball and football. It's kind of a joke. But I would say that it's not that simple. We're excellent at everything. Basketball is just the only thing they couldn't stop us from doing by keeping us out of schools, keeping us out of neighborhoods, keeping us out of hospitals. They couldn't legislate it away from us. You can take a ball and hoop anywhere. You can express yourself and sing a song anywhere. That's why we dominate the arts, because they couldn't police the arts and keep us away from it. We get one generation of access, and we're the CEO of Amex, or we're running a country. Nobody played tennis, and then two girls from Compton decided to play tennis, and they're the best that have ever touched a racket. Nobody play golf. Black people don't play no golf. And then one guy was like, let me try this. Best that has ever touched on the planet. So it's just.
I mean, I don't think it get more factual than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit 1,000 keynotes, man. But yeah, keys open doors on that one. Like, if we didn't have the key to get there, it's the only reason we're not the best at it yet. And a lot of people, they guard them keys that we want as far as certain doors. But basketball, sports, we're always going to be the best at it because it was nobody stopping us from doing it, especially the arts as well. entertainment. Damn, he hit all of that on the button, man. Jesse was spitting.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jesse Williams. When I saw this, I don't think I've ever seen anybody break down access in this way, and that's what fascinated me and wanted to bring it to this show because it outlines the simple fact that when you try to talk about racism, people try to make it individual, and it's not about individuals. It's a structure. It's barriers that are in place that favor one community more than the other.
Facts.
And just looking at healthcare, period, right? At the end of the day, we want everybody to be healthy, but there are clear barriers to everybody being healthy. So if we're going to have equity in health, we need to make sure everybody has access. What were we just talking about? We were talking about funding for Kings County Hospital because of what? Overcrowding. People need access to good health care. If they have to take 2 buses and a train to get to it, that's not good access. So I love the way Jesse broke this down. I think when you make topics that are tough for people and can make people feel uncomfortable, relatable in this way, because most people love sports, most people love music, and I love the analogy. I'm gonna borrow this. Like I swear I'm gonna borrow this for one of my next presentations because I think this is a great way, and I will give credit to Jesse. But this is a great way to really break down what true equity and access and true equity and opportunities look like.
That's it. And we don't need much leeway. Just a slither. We'll take it from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he hit that on the head. You know, a few key points. Nice find, bro. Nice find.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
Keeping it entertainment for a little bit. Quick switch. Listen, man. You heard the nicknames. They ran them through the mud. The court sketches weren't helping, but Diddy finally got sentenced this past week, man. They gave a man 4 years for trafficking, essentially, technically. I know it's like 10, 11 other charges. Most of them got acquitted, but the one that they stuck with was, trafficking in some capacity. He partied too hard. You know what I'm saying? I was still on the fence about it as far as what I'm here for a case versus my lifestyle. Just the case they was building. Like, then you seen the Cassie video in the middle of all that. I was like, oh, he's a dirtbag, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, wait, what are we here for though? He said trafficking. That was a bad hotel scene. That should have never happened. So I was always confused about it, but I think this is good for him. He has to sit down for a little bit. And it's also a good reminder that no matter who you are, you can't just get away with shit like this. So I don't know. What was your thoughts when you first heard the sentencing?
Similar to you, it was really just like, all right. You know what I mean? Like, from what I saw, it was just like, I made the same connections you did, to be honest, bro. You look at the video with Cassie in the hotel, but then you look at the actual charges and what they were trying to convict him of, and you're like, hey, man, you know what I mean? Like, I agree with everything you said. I think this is as fair as it was going to get. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people who are going to disagree with me, talk about this is a distraction, or, they're just coming for another black man. And I mean, listen, I am in the middle of this with just like, hey, listen, what he did do, it's going to play a part. You know what I mean? Okay. If you have a sketchy past and you have proof of you performing negative activities and crimes,
you know
what I mean?
It's going to catch up to you.
Yeah, it's going to play in the jury of your peers. Like, remember, that's the people you got to convince, the jury of your peers. And if they feel like, well, I know he didn't do this, but he sure as hell know he did that.
Yeah, it was rough. It was an uphill battle for him and his legal team. You know what I'm saying? Even at the very end, in the end of the fourth quarter, he had a heartfelt letter, statements from loved ones, and listen, it might have helped because I think the mandatory minimums was like 5 to 7. I was hearing 7 to 10 on other people's feeds. I don't know if it didn't sway the judge to let him go that day. That wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? But he might have reduced it mentally as far as what the mandatory minimums would have been. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he's done about 13 months or so. I don't think we're going to see Diddy to like 2027 in best case scenario at this point now. I know with the Feds, was it? You can take 2 months off every year, some shit like that. I don't speak jail time, but I think it's gonna be a weird layout. But I think he might be able to get to like a halfway house in like 2 years, hopefully, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But
we got Don Designed over on IG. He's saying, and what if he gets pardoned?
Oh, Trump coming through? Shit, I don't even know what that means. If Trump give him the kibosh. I don't know. He might have a job at the White House. I don't know. He might be the new. Who knows? Who knows? He might be doing something with the UFC. We might talk about that later. Who knows? Who knows? But to boot,
anything to take attention off the Epstein files.
As a fact, he'll do anything at this point. But to boot, listen, I think Diddy's number one verbal hater as far as like not turning it to a sport, but he's just so good at it at this point. Like 50, man. He had like a bullshit letter to the judge that he put up on Twitter, and I was like, "Wait, is this real?" You know what I mean? I hope he. I really don't think he submitted anything. I just think he was just being funny. And lo and behold, at the very last sentence, my Netflix doc on the scandalous subject is coming soon. I was like, 50 he don't take a minute to let that boy breathe. But yeah, man, the jokes have flew all over the place. But listen, man, I do, feel for the families affected as far as, he got mad kids. But listen, man, he'll be home soon. Just not until he's like 60. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, man, big facts.
On this next one here, anything else on the Diddy stuff?
Nah. Listen,
last week there was some women's business stuff. We stepped in real fast. Cardi and Nicki was going at it. Had a quick tidbit on it, but hey, we don't really talk in women's business. But I got to bring one more women's topic to the forefront for you. I got a question. Hey, married men doing married things, but like girl Aisha Curry, man, she's been on a fake tour, so to speak, where she's just kind of like spilling her guts, just having real vulnerable, intimate conversations with anyone that'll listen to it with the mic. And hey, man, to each his own. Every woman, every voice, right? I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? But on her last show that she was on the Call Me Daddy podcast. And, she kind of leaned on I didn't have dreams of being like, a wife and kids, not wanting a big wedding and all that. And I'm like, that's cool. Hey, we all have, we all have, premature dreams. I know she got with stuff early in life, you know what I'm saying? But is this stuff that should be on like 4K? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these questions, like when your husband is like prolifically like the best shooter in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no bum nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Steph is not that guy, you know what I'm saying? But like, what's your thoughts on like expressing negative couple news publicly?
I think as long as they amicably went about with this, then it's cool. Like, I think Aisha Curry has been the wife, been the chef, but we haven't really gotten to know Aisha. And she's probably at that point in her life where she like, I want to tell my story. Like, we don't really get to hear from the matriarchs, the people who hold down the crib, or who had lives and had aspirations before they fell into this role. So I think as long as they sat down as a married couple and were like, yo, I think you should do it. I think you should speak your truth.
Like, listen, I have to believe Steph is behind this 100%. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's gone behind his back to do these shows and nothing like that. And I know he's not getting the clickbait sent to his feed directly for the funnies, But I don't know. There was another show she was on. She's like, she wished she got to experience her whole phase in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, fam, you got kids. Like that's a personal thought. Like, just keep that one, keep that one in the tuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's an outside thought, but hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if stems behind that line specifically, but hey, man, each his own.
Yeah, I think it does something for her brand because her brand, and this is my opinion, her brand has always been like real wholesome, just like Steph Curry's wife. Yeah, they had the like videos of her being a chef and they
Mhm.
made it cool with hip hop culture, but
Yeah.
she's stepping out and she's building on her brand and she's taking it in a different direction. I honestly think this is the part of relationships when you've been together so long. I'm not
Okay.
saying this is the way you have to. I'm not saying this is the way you have to do it, but this is actually pretty interesting because this is probably stuff that they talk about all the time. It's
Mhm.
just now the rest of the world gets to know, and then maybe this now opens up more women who are probably not talking about stuff like this, who feel like they need to keep this stuff shielded.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I think more couples need to have conversations like this
Mhm.
because if you're not comfortable in your situation and you're at the state of years that Aisha Curry and Steph are at, psh,
Mhm.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I just don't want these conversations turning into red table talks every time she sits down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because, like, oh, yeah, and you know the internet. They're like, yo, man, I'm happy, y'all happy, but just make sure you write this one down, Steph. Like, you know what I'm saying? If something else happens in 3 months, like, yo, write that one down, man. These little, like, jabs might be, like clues. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just watch it back, man. I know he's a shooter, but just keep it on the court, Steph. Keep it on the court.
We'll see. We'll see. I think they'll be all right, though. I think Steph Curry has crushed so many fans' dreams. I'm pretty sure him and Aisha have heard it all when it
Mhm,
comes to fans, when it comes to the internet. But you're right. We'll see what this news does for them.
mhm, mhm. And another thing, like you know who don't speak much that been around forever? Savannah. But whatever. To each his own. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own.
She probably saving it for like the real joint on some like documentary shit. Cause I know everybody wants to know Savannah
And
stuff.
she, as you should. That's you know what
Yeah.
I mean. But she keeping it in the tuck until it's time for the tell all. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, hey, that's women's business. Hey, ICP, each his own. Just curious. Just curious.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keeping it on entertainment and talking about, you know, pretty much putting stuff out there. Versus is trying to come back out, man. Versus, if you remember when COVID hit, Versus was the thing. It brought artists together to put their top hits against each other. We saw some of the best Versus we ever saw. We saw Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. We saw Fab versus Jada, just to name a few. We
Dipset
saw
and the
the
Locks.
yeah, man.
Still the best show ever.
We saw Jeezy versus Gucci Mane. That
Right.
one was intense. So, and there's plenty more to name. This one I'm actually excited about. Just because the era we grew up in, both these groups had some real hits, man. Both these groups
Yeah,
had some hits.
yeah. Like it is a bit cheating as far as Cash Money Records, because I'm not sure what the cutoff is. The Cash Money Records. Like Drake was screaming Cash Money Records on one of them records like a year ago or two. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not sure if I mean you could just play shit from so far gone. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, got a Cash Money stamp on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I am curious to know how far into the vote they could go. But if they just go like, hey, 2002 and back, No Limit got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I think you're right though, because even though Young Money is an entity of Cash Money,
oh, you're right. Young Money. I'm
you
sorry.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I think they got to draw out the stipulations in the contract. Like, no Young Money hits.
No Drizzy, no Nicki, none of them niggas.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that'd be ridiculous. That ain't even fair for.
And we only taking Wayne before the guitar album.
That's
Anything
right.
after that guitar shit don't count.
Yeah, we want wobbly that way.
Bring that nigga out for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I feel like they missed the mark though. This is gonna be in Vegas. I feel like this should have been an NO, man.
Listen, if it's in Vegas at the Sphere, I'm with it. But yeah, this definitely should have been New Orleans. There's no reason it shouldn't be in New Orleans unless they what should they could have done at the Mercedes at the Dome? Superdome? No reason not to. Sell that shit out.
Because I don't know if Cash Money and No Limit fans got Sphere ticket money. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I get what you're saying. The immersed effect of Cash Money and No Limit, but shit, man.
Shit, and even at the back end of this, like it was Swiss and Tim, right? But they sold the entity or something like that, right? Didn't they? Did they keep it? I feel like I heard they sold it, or might have somebody might have liquidated it, or they gave up majority of their stocks, some shit. But if there's a bigger bank involved with Versus, Sphere might be a thing. This might be the job that Kabi was really doing from the Clippers owner. You know what I'm saying? Like if he bought it on one of the LLCs, you know what I'm saying? I need you to set something up. That's what Kabi was doing the whole time. He's putting it together for us.
I mean, if the bank behind it is good, yeah, I'm talking about the bank accounts of the fans of these two groups. Like, I don't know what it's like for tickets to get into the Sphere. That just lets you know where my bank account is at, right? Like, I don't even know what the ticket costs to get in the Sphere.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. The actual entry.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's in Vegas, so if you're in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? It's something to do while we're here. And you happen to love hip hop, we got a show for you, buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I would have to do a quick Google search on Sphere ticket prices. Shit.
This one's tough. This one's tough, man, because I don't know. I could like this would have been some if this was Brooklyn, this would have been at like Amazura. I don't even know if that shit's still open, but this is like an Amazura type of shit.
But I felt it. The doors they might have like a funny schedule if they are open, but I don't think so.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be dope though. I like to see it. I like to see it. I'd like to see it.
Oh yeah.
Man, another thing, who shows up? Is like I don't know who from No Limit is, free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I would love to see who's going to be doing that, but we shall see. We shall see.
True story.
Moving on to sports. Anything else?
Let's do it. Sports corner.
Quick way to start off. Some quick last week news. As you know, Nafisa, she put her foot down on the gauntlet. So, yo, F the commish. She not about us, never been about us. So, commish was like, listen, some of that stuff might have got, misinterpreted in the conversation. I'd love to have a sit down. Nafisa said, nah, no ribs, no rice, no champagne, no nothing. I'm not fucking with you. Season's over. Here's my question for you, though, right? Now that she's ducking meetings that could possibly resolve the issue, but Nafisa having an ownership stake in the rivalry, like, is this like not double dipping, but like almost like taking a stock to go to a? How does this work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you have a very good impression on being able to put a damper on viewership to possibly try to gain some viewership in another space that you got some coin in. This is legal, right?
No, yeah,
right.
it's legal, because she wants the league to succeed. She wants the league to succeed. She knows that Unrivaled, like it's getting there. It's getting a buzz. It's getting some momentum. But the WNBA means something to Nafisa. If it didn't, she wouldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? To be honest, like when you see people come out and actually voice their opinion, a lot of times about a certain situation, it means something to them. They're passionate about it. So, but Unrivaled is a very interesting concept. It has more innovation. It cares more about the players. And the WNBA, you know what's funny? When you're chasing the bottom line, you do tend to lose a sense of the people. And this was just that pulse check, right? That gut shot to say, hey, don't forget about us. We're the reason why everybody's paying attention to your league. So Kathy navigate that the right way.
Facts. And I'm mentioning, the number one player, as far as a draw in your conversation don't hurt neither. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, Caitlin, she would be nothing without us. What you got to say about that, Kate? She just kind of sat back. I was like, all right, that is a good drop in the bucket, though, as far as Unrivaled goes. She ever want to switch gears with Nike in her back pocket. But we shall see. We shall see. And one other tidbit from last week for a quick catch up. These WNBA finals in swing. I was feeling like, hey, whoever wins game 2 might take it. I didn't know the Aces was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where the series is going to go anymore. Like I thought it'd be a little pow. You know what I mean? As far as game 2, but I was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, they kind of slapped them up. So we'll see. I think it's a close game now for game 3, but we will see where that goes, man.
Aces got this, bro. This ain't even a conversation. I tried to tell everybody this is a revenge year for the Aces. People been counting them out. People thought they done fell off. People forgot who Asia Wilson is. They forgot Chelsea Gray is one of the nastiest point guards in the WNBA. They forgot Jackie Young is a beast. The pickup of Nelisa Smith that's really what propelled them. So I know the Wings are fucking upset that they made that move. So nah, man, this is a wrap. It's a done deal. Aces running it up.
And keeping it, I guess, promo adjacent. Listen, man. We watched them get drafted from high school, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron James, man, the one and only. I know how to start this one.
Well, I got a good way to at least engage the people listening. When you heard about this potential second decision, y'all, what did you think it was? Put it in the chat. Let us know. What were you thinking? Go ahead,
because like, listen, I thought we broke the news a week or 2 ago. It's like, yeah, he's retired. It's a swan song. Yeah, he's doing it. And then when they say he got an announcement, I was like, I thought we did this already. I was like, what is this news? Like, is he re-retired? Is he retiring? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this boy, he's shifty, man. The big ass Hennessy, and with the beard, the old nigga look. He look like a nigga on the porch, just a couple of ice cubes and some VSOP now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He definitely wore the right attire for this, man. Got the short sleeve button up with the long sleeve under.
Got the thermal under it. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
We look that uncle about to ask you for $20, man. That's
sure. So you know I'm good for it.
But I was like, when I saw it, I was like, this got to be something else, because to everything you just said, it couldn't be about retiring. So yeah, when it finally ran, I was just there like, man, listen, like that's crazy. Like to just promote some Hennessy VSOP. Now, what I've never understood, right? I get sneaker colorways. I won't understand your own brand of a liquor. I won't understand that, because with this particular cases, I don't know if he had some sort of different type of brew for the liquor, or if they did something special for his edition, or if they just slapped in his name on it and
see his name? See his name? Yeah, that's what's special about this bottle. Hennessy has never changed their product. You know what I mean? They have qualities of the product. You know what I'm saying? You got your whites, your VSOPs, the real expensive one, the Aventus, whatever. They got levels of it, but they've never, like, the only collab we doing is a label upgrade. Like, it's never been anything more than that. You know what I mean? So but listen, genius promo. But I think he could have promoted anything in the world with this look. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, the whole 24-hour, 48-hour rollout of second decision and all that. I just think that Henny bag got to be silly. Has to be silly. Yep. Has to be silly to do a rollout for a commercial for Henny. That's new. That's a new way to fuck commercial. I must say. Kudos.
That's a fact.
But he's definitely too old for this shit, though.
I agree, man. Because right now, I take a Hennessy shot. That shit, it does not go the same as it did when a brother was younger, man. Like it literally feels like a punch to the chest now. I don't even really do that Hennessy mix these days. So to see LeBron at his big age promoting a VSOP Hennessy, like I totally get that, you know, the bag was silly and this is probably just, you know, for the younger folks. But man, oh man, like this one right here, it was like, oof. Jesus.
Hey man, get your money, Ken. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing it. He's doing it for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man. So a bit of a somber twist here. If you do not know who Kyron Lacey is, this was pretty much when you say next up to come to the league and really just do his thing. Kyron Lacey was going to be that wide receiver without a doubt. And I want to credit Ryan Clark for taking time during one of the primetime NFL games
The
to
Monday
kind of
night game.
highlight,
Yeah.
yeah, to kind of highlight the fact that the media really went in on this young man when they thought that he was responsible for a car crash that I believe killed some people. So now the fact that there's new evidence showing that he was nowhere near where the actual accident took place or had anything to do with it. I mean, I first of all, I'm sending sympathy and hugs to his family because to see this, while it's vindication for his name, now you think about so you made him go through all of this and he didn't even cause the damn accident. If I'm the parents, if I'm that family, this is taking me right back down to when everything happened when this kid, took his life. I mean, this one hurt, man. When what I mean, like now that my son is getting older to these ages and stuff like that, you start to hear about 13-year-old kid shot, 16-year-old takes his own life. It hits a lot closer for me now. So to hear this, man, it was tough.
Yeah, like and it's a ton of conflicting reports and videos regarding that the day of, unfortunately. Was he driving a little reckless that day? Yes, but he was over 90 yards from the actual accident itself as well. But I've seen a separate video of an on-site, I guess, witness trying to describe the green car being involved when it wasn't really involved. It just kind of drove through after the fact. So I don't know, but thoughts and prayers to the Lacey family for sure. Transition, unfortunately, with Kyron, really unnecessary. We hope. I wish I just took one more day to think about it, but I mean, thoughts and prayers as always, man.
Yeah, man. And then, it even hits harder coming right off of September, which is Suicide Awareness Month. So, man, just once again, man, prayers to the family. I can only imagine, finding this out, reliving this all over again. Man, oh man. And then
And then on the backside, like who pays for this blunder? Like what I'm saying, like what recourse is there now? Like what I'm saying, for the cop that arrested him, for the jury that what I mean, that chose this fate for him. You know what I mean? It's a weird gray area that I really hope the family gets answers sooner than later.
Yeah, man. Yep. I agree. It was also a very somber weekend for the NFL. Arthur Jones, former brother of former, well, he was a former NFL champion with the Baltimore Ravens. He's also the brother of UFC fighter John Jones and fellow NFL player Chandler Jones. Passed away suddenly. I didn't really get any details as to what exactly happened, but he was fairly young, man.
Damn. I guess, 38, 39. But yeah, thoughts and prayers as always. I think he got the Super Bowl champion. Yeah, I think he won the Super Bowl with the Ravens too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's death when you're young is just always a weird space to be in. Regardless of how it happened, the transition is always unfortunate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then also around the same time got this news. I think the same day we heard about Mark Sanchez, former quarterback for the New York Jets, being stabbed in Indianapolis. Now, when we first heard the report, it was really just like, oh wow, Mark got stabbed, man. He was
Word.
prepping to go be a broadcaster for the Indianapolis game against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think like an hour, 2 hours later, all of a sudden,
Hour later.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm like, wait, you were the aggressor? Fam. I was like, what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? And when you see these grainy videos, you always be like, you never know who it is until they say a name. And you go, yeah, now that you say the name, that is who that is who you think it is. You know what I'm saying? But that was I don't know. They arrested him right at the hospital for it. You know what I'm saying? There was he ended up attacking a guy who he was like a not gas delivery. He was like transferring oil or something like that for like a restaurant in the neighborhood of Indy. I don't know what Mark did to provoke the situation or start it, but they got into a tussle and he just stabbed him. You know what I mean? Just like, yo, I don't know why this 6'4" strong dude is just upsetting me right now, but you know what I mean? And then it sounds like through old teammates and hearsay, like a lot of nights out with the team ended early because, you know, Mark was kind of doing too much on the alcohol side. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't sound surprised that he would start an issue, but was surprised that it went this far. So that's a whole nother layer. But should he had a job at Fox? Like, is that it's over, right? Like, there's no more? Like, I don't think he had a podcast going. I think this was it for him. Like, this is it's another fall from a butt fumble. He was already on the floor from that. So I don't know, like, is there a next for him outside of some jail time?
I don't know. Usually for a certain hue of people, there's an instant reaction to this, right? Like it's been suspended indefinitely or whatever the case may be, right? I think in this particular case, it could be that Fox is just waiting for the details to iron out to really make a decision. But yeah, I mean, he definitely can't go on the air for a while. That's for sure.
That's a wrap.
And then if it comes out that, you know, he finally confesses to this, I think that's when, you know, the official stamp will come down as far as his exit. I mean, hey man, my people, man. Liquor, I tell you, man, it's poison. It's poison.
It's not for everybody, man. And it's okay.
In all honesty, it's not for any of us, right? You know what I mean?
That's true. That especially.
Yeah. But when they say drink responsibly, they really mean it just because of the simple fact it's already got negative impact on your body, on your health. But then if you react a certain way to it, to what Kenny was saying with Mark being out some nights and really having issues with it, you got to learn to control it, man. And listen, I'm speaking from experience here. I don't even drink like that no more just because of I don't like the way it makes me feel. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas is old, man. The recovery time is not what it used to be, brother. It's not.
That too. But even going back further than that and just knowing the incidents, knowing the way that it would change behavior, that's why I cut down on it. So I think it's important that if you have people around you that are really telling you, hey, man, I think this is negatively impacting you, I think you need to stop. You need to really check that. And if even after you hear that and you continue to drink, then my brother, I really suggest you go get some help, man, because it's probably something inside that you're dealing with that you need to go talk to somebody about and get some help, because that shit is killing us left and right, whether we're dying in car crashes, we're getting into incidents where you don't make it home, or you end up hurting someone else. And then somebody else doesn't get to see their kid or their loved one. So when it comes to that liquor, y'all, I can't stress it enough. If you're going to do it responsibly, do it in moderation. But if you don't have to, please don't drink. Trust me.
Oh, man. Not at all. Keeping it football adjacent till we get into the bad bets of the week. In the Cardinals game, another team that happened to lose this past weekend, but there was a big run that could have changed the course of the game for them. Running back Amir Demarcado, I'm sorry, had like a good 70-yard run right before. And you've seen it multiple times. Unfortunately, you hope every time you see it, it's the last time you see it. But the running backs, the receivers, they feel like the touchdown is taken for granted because, you know, hey, I'm past the 5. Nobody touched me yet. It's got to be a touchdown, right? So they tend to drop the ball half an inch too early before crossing the goal line, and it's a fumble, right? So hey, if this was on the high school level, college level, any level of football, you see a running back, some sort of ball handler in the game do this, coach should be ripping you a new one. In the NFL, you don't really see that often just because, listen, there's a lot of egos involved, a lot of money on the table, a lot of 4K cameras out. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the ridicule or, hey, that was a bad play. It's halftime adjustments, post game on the flight home. But hey, the head coach, Jonathan Gannon, couldn't wait. He ripped them right there on the sideline. We've seen it in 4K. And I think everybody who was watching the game understood and said, yeah, damn right. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, management in Arizona felt it was excessive. They fined him $100,000 for the altercation with the running back. No, he won't be suspended any games or any other further discipline is happening. But again, this wasn't Goodell going, "Yo, bro, did you hit his shoulder? Did you hit his shoulder pads?" It wasn't Goodell saying like, "I'm throwing my own flag. I'm calling from New York on this one." It was the organization. It's like you, your brother, y'all fucking around, you do something funny. Mom say something, but your dad's like, "Nah, it's all right. I ain't tripping over it." Why are you tripping over it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm not tripping, you're not tripping. But how would you feel like if you had an in-house penalty for something that, corporate didn't find an issue with?
Yeah. Well, it all depends on what was said, right? Like, granted, he should be held accountable. I don't know what was exactly said that would lead to a fine.
If he dropped the M-bomb, you think it's worth it? Like, nigga, what are you doing out there? And then he said, "Oh shit, I can't say that," and then walked off.
Listen, that's $100,000 N-word. Yep.
Yeah, I believe it. Now it makes sense. Sense.
All right. So, but hey, listen. In the grand scheme of things, I agree with you, right? This really should have been yes, hold them accountable, and then nothing after that. But then, got to be careful what you say these days. It's a different world we're in, and we don't know what was said. So I don't know.
I need to, like, just because of that dollar amount. Now I got to see the transcript. I got to see the subtitles, bro. My professional lip readers, man. If y'all ever want to do something, this is it. Let me know. Let me know what was said. I don't think the running back got too many words in either. I just want to know what the coach said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In terms of the actual play, young fellas, and Kenny can, give you more detail on this because he played organized football.
Man, listen.
Finish the damn play.
No just whistle. It's not over.
Run into the touchdown. Run into the pay dirt. Do your celebration. I never understood letting go of the ball when you get that. That's your bread and butter.
What we're here for.
In basketball, when you walk around with the basketball and somebody can hit it out of your hand, that's a sign of disrespect. That means that you don't got a good grip on the ball. The entire point of the game is to keep the ball until you achieve the goal. So I hope they start training these kids to run all the way through to the damn goalpost before they let that damn ball go.
like you know what? From now on, y'all look at me after score. I'll let you know when you can drop the ball now.
That's right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's nasty work with that. But I don't know, man. Hey, kudos to the coach for stepping up. I hope he didn't say nothing too vulgar, but it's what's needed. One more quick tidbit, man. Shedeur Sanders, man, he's still not quarterback. And I know I said it before the season started. Yeah, week 4, week 5, he's in there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a step closer, I think. You know what I'm saying? But yo, going to Cincinnati because Joe's out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he's starting this week versus Green Bay. So, listen, it wasn't like Flacco was killing. In Cleveland. But listen, they gave Gabriel the job. He's there now. And now we're waiting for him to mess up to give Shedeur this shot. You know what I'm saying? So, what you had any thoughts on this trade? Did you kind of see it coming?
No. I did not see anybody trading for Joe Flacco to start. Like, that was not on my bingo card for Q4. I think there was another article I read that said, so you mean to tell me you had Russell Wilson at QB2 and Jameis Winston at QB3, and the Bengals said, yo, let's go get Joe Flacco. Like, that shit.
Oh, man. Like, did they even try to get Shador? Like, yo, is that third? Is that you still got that fifth round dude on you? He's still there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can we take him? If y'all not using him, can we, give it a run?
Yeah.
I mean, I know him and Jamal would have loved a couple of throws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so shit, even the Ravens, like Lamar hurt. We don't know how long he hurt, but we could get a game or two out of you until Lamar's back. You know what I'm saying? You get some real tutelage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
but at least you know the person in front of you is really good versus the people in front of you being extremely suspect at their positions. You know what I mean? And that's what's really the weird thing here. But I don't know. We'll see, man. One step closer to starting for Shador.
That's a fact, man. There was some other week 5 upsets, man. Number one, there's no more undefeated teams. The Eagles and the Bills stopped at 4-0. 49ers beating the Rams. That was a hell of a, come from behind game for them. The Broncos stunning the Eagles, man. Shout out to Bo Nix. That game, like I thought the Eagles had that wrapped up, and Bo just kept throwing, he kept fighting, and boy, man.
Salute.
Absolutely. Titans. Your man Cam Ward got his first dub, like you said, against the Cardinals, man. Good old Mercado, and just not following the mechanics. It'll happen every time. But I think the most impactful one was the Patriots upsetting the Bills, man. That was
a good game, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a really good game. And those back and forth with Josh on the ticket, that's usually a Josh game. You know what I'm saying? When he's the last with the ball, he usually going to be able to get it done. But that was a really good game.
Yeah, man. The Patriots defense is looking like the Patriots defense of old. I don't know. I know a lot of people will probably say, "Oh, Josh had a bad game." I don't know, man. I think the Patriots defense, if you look at the last couple of games they played, they no joke. They come out there to play, man. Mike Vrabel, and he's no joke, man. And then the Texans, man, it was good to see CJ Stroud find his mojo. Hated had to be against the Ravens, but
here's my thing with that CJ Stroud finding his mojo. Like the stat line looked awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like 4 touchdowns, like 270, 280.
Yeah.
The QB efficiency was off the charts, but it's like it's going against a 30th defense in the league right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So are we? But hey, we'll take it. Dub's a dub. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we got to show and prove next week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to check to see who they're playing next week, but let's just take it as hey, we are a team and we are able to score, guys. It was the Ravens, but listen, we could do this. All right, we can do this next week too. We'll see how they do, man.
No, I agree. I think with a young quarterback, you got to take into consideration keeping his confidence up. And then, of course, if it is the 30th defense in the league, you're supposed to do that. If he didn't do that, then now you're really like, this is a red alert.
Now they're looking at the contract like, how many years is this?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You definitely don't want that.
And then the Colts put on a clinic against the Raiders, man. Jonathan Taylor just ran all over them. And Daniel Jones continues to look like he is that elite number 6 draft pick.
He's telling y'all, like, I told y'all I was him. I told y'all. No, let's run another bootleg. Nigga, I don't run, bro. It's not my job. Now they got Dart and they're doing all kinds of RPO shit. But yeah, he's like, that's not me. That's not my offense.
Yeah, man. Nah, this is I'm happy for Daniel, man. I'm happy for Daniel. He found a system that works for him. And listen, at some point, man, Giants organization got to look at itself, man. Got to turn the mirror around and be like, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong?
It's been downhill since that Saquon trade. We haven't figured it out yet, but we're getting there.
That's a fact.
Big UFC over the weekend, man. Your boy, man, he did it. And he got the belt back, bro. To get business. First round TKO. I can't pronounce the man's name. I'm gonna leave that to you. But did you get to see the fight though? And it was quick. If you blinked, I went to the bathroom. It was over.
Nah, I did not order that fight. It was a hell of a main card though. They gotta whenever they do that and they put all the good fights on the main card, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because if they all end fast, then what? I just spent like $80 to $100 for what?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you spend $80 to $100 for maybe 5 minutes of action, it's like getting a prostitute in the 80s. Like that's kind of crazy to me. Like I don't know.
It's like, but were you happy with the results? Like,
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
oh man, in true Alex fashion, man, he let everybody know who won the fight. But yeah, man, it was a good fight. I was really hoping it would be more of a contest, but he's back. You know what I'm saying? But what's the future for UFC? What happens after this now? Like, is the White House still a thing?
Yeah, man. So according to Dana White, it's definitely going to happen in 2026. But it turns out that President Trump actually gave a date. He mentioned June 14th, which coincides with his 80th birthday. But this is not confirmed by CEO Dana White. So if anybody is out here running around like June 14th,
I mean,
true, maybe. You know, he is the president, and I'm pretty sure Dana White would like to make him happy. But until you hear it from Dana, it's not real.
I mean, like if somebody throwing a party at their house, like, you know what I'm saying? They gotta tell you the date, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they may not be DJing or catering, but it's like, yo, if y'all want to come to my crib, I'm available on the 14th of June, a couple years. Let me know if y'all free.
Hey man, listen, if it happens that time, that's cool. I know there's a lot that has to happen before that fight actually goes down, and I know there's a certain time frame that they have to scope out things before they have live events where the president's there. So it'll be interesting to see if that date holds true.
I heard a couple rumors of some past fighters being eligible and are ready for this White House fight if it is a thing. This is true, you think?
I mean, we talked about it before, right? It's a chance to fight at the White House. I'm not knowledgeable of if there's ever been a fighting event on the grounds at the White House. So with this being
not sanctioned.
So with this being the first time, I'm pretty sure you're gonna probably hear names like Conor McGregor, who's expressed interest in fighting Michael Chandler. John Jones has even talked about coming out of retirement to be on the card. Dana did state though that the weigh-ins will be at the Lincoln Memorial. He did mention that replacing the White House lawn afterwards will cost $700K. Hey, not my bill. But I think the coolest thing that he mentioned was that the walkouts will be from the Oval Office into wherever the octagon is going to be. So that's going to be crazy.
The logistics don't even make sense on that. How's it gonna? Oh man, you know how much security is gonna be. Oh man, if you work in the White House, just take off that week, man. It's gonna be a long week of prep. That it will be no business happening that week on the grounds. I know Conor McGregor. I saw something in the news about some weird old ban. I don't know if that's real or not. He had like an 18th month. Not a suspension, but like he was foregoing tests at the small, between like a year and a half at some point during his career, and they find it's like you know what I mean, when the feds go, yo, we were checking your taxes from like 2017, and it looks like you checked the wrong box, buddy. It's like a word. It's like, you know what I mean, they hit him with one of those. I hope he's freed up by the time this supposed day comes around, but who knows, man. He might get a pardon from this too if it's
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, remember who's hosting this fight, right? This is the guy. Like,
we're working out.
You need a favor at this point. You're talking to the right person. That's
a fact. That's a fact. We're gonna work it out.
Yep. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. A strong Wednesday. Fall season is creeping in. You know what I mean? Little cooler today. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes. See how the weekend holds up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG, man. Shout out to Drones. Shout out to Don Photography. Shout out to Don Design in the chat. They've been lighting it up in IG, man. Appreciate y'all engaging. Shout out to Sean in the chat. Everybody on IG. Who else is on IG? My bad. I ain't get to shout y'all out today. Yeah, but shout out to all y'all, man. I know Tanya was in the building.
Yeah, Keith came through for a little bit. Yeah, man. All right, go, man. Wednesday vibes, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like we always like to say, man, if you're following us on any of the platforms, socials, or YouTube, man, make sure you follow us. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you can go over to YouTube right now and go subscribe. Check out all the episodes, man. Show some love. Share this with your people. We are here every Wednesday night, just having a good time, man. We hope you had a good time with us. Like we always love to say here, fellas, make sure you wear them sneakers, wear them shoes, wear that outfit. Ladies, make sure you wear them shoes, wear that dress. Tomorrow's not promised. Love yours. Love the people you with, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. Have a good week.
All right, good night, y'all.